Hello. We have the filter on today. I did post a video today, but it was for an audience of one, so that was not my regular video for the day. I'm actually on my way home from work today because I did that one earlier. And I've been having some thoughts. I've been wanting to talk about this on the Tiki Talks for a minute, but I haven't. I saw a video, however, today where there was two rival teams. They kind of looked like maybe middle schoolers playing basketball, and the ball got stuck in the net. And the players on the teams tried and couldn't get the ball loose from the net. And they finally got disgusted and they were angry and whatever, and they kind of fed up and what are we going to do, and kind of lost and didn't know how to handle the situation. Here come the cheerleaders, see the problem, see a solution to the problem that they are fully capable of doing if they work together, and they solve the problem and got the ball out of the net. And it was a reaction video. The woman who was reacting to it was like, effectively, this kind of seems like what we should be doing, where women tend to work together. And I agree that we do tend to work better together. There is a lot of infighting and cattiness. Yes, I understand that, but no more so than it is with the other gender. And I've been watching a lot of other, or shouldn't say watching, they come up in my feed. I see a lot of other videos of things that women are doing that men can do, right? Like, they'll see a guy doing insert activity here, and a woman can be like, yeah, I can do that. And they do it. It makes me frustrated, because what are guys so afraid of from women? It's got to be fear. It has to be fear. Because that's all those in power seem to know how to wield, is fear, right? And they fear monger a lot. Oh, well, the immigrants this and the illegals that, and if you don't do this, this will happen. If you vote for the liberals, they're going to come eat your babies. And none of that's happened. So when they're trying to put women in a subservient role, why? What do they fear? Are they afraid we can do a better job than they can? Are they afraid that they might have to be subservient to women? I don't think that'd be so bad. We were all kids at one point in time. We were all subservient to our mothers. We were all subservient to teachers who, by and large, are female. So, what are you afraid of? You look at the statistics, and women tend to be finishing college at a higher rate than their male counterparts. Yet we get paid less in the workforce. Now, granted, I understand the nuances here of getting paid less. You may have the same rate of pay, right? But if you were to get pregnant and have a baby, which is something that men can't do, if you were to do that, then what? Right? Then you have time off work, and maybe you have to take short-term disability because here in the States we don't have maternity leave or paternity leave. Parental leave of any kind is not mandatory. So, I mean, there's Family Medical Leave Act, but that's not paid. So if you still have your job when you come back, but you weren't paid for however long you were off, the gross total brings the average down as far as what women are paid. As far as like controlling our bodies, they preach to us modesty, that we should be modest. And as somebody who tends to dress modestly just because of choice, sure, okay. But that's controlling, right? Nobody's telling those guys over there, hey, working out in the gym, maybe not wear the tank top that exposes everything, right? Nobody's telling them that. Nobody's telling the guys playing basketball, shirts versus skins, that maybe skins isn't a good idea. It's got to be fear. How afraid are men? How terrified are you of women? Like, I know we've got the whole bear versus man thing. That's different. We're not discussing the kind of fear that is of bodily harm, right? Because we're the human animal. We're all capable of inflicting bodily harm. But there is definitely a set of humans that tend to lean towards violence more often and give in to that emotion. With that being said, let's touch on the emotions. There's this myth that women are more emotional than men. The whole, oh, is it that time? Is it that time of the month? Is Aunt Flo visiting? All of that garbage, right? But who's really the emotional ones? We need to look no further than our current President of the United States, who consistently acts emotionally. Somebody offends him, he goes straight to name calling. They offend him, not even meaning to. They're asking him a question that they would ask of a politician in his place. And where a seasoned politician, a level-headed, non-emotional politician, would be able to answer that with poise, dignity, and clarity of thought. Nope. He has the thinnest skin ever and acts on every perceived offense and perceived slight. I can't imagine. If femininity is being emotional, he is the biggest woman I've ever met or ever seen. So tell me, if it's not emotion, what are you afraid of? Why do you feel the need to control women so badly? What do you fear? That maybe we'll do a better job? That maybe things might run smoothly? Touch your screen right where that little heart is and throw me some comments down below. What do you think the men are afraid of with women? Why do you think they want to control us so badly? Just some food for thought. Have a good day.